Hello everyone, and today I want to talk about campaign map tactics. Um, yeah, so the first thing I want to explain is that on legendary difficulty anyway, I don't know about other difficulties, but in legendary difficulty, the best tactics, especially at the beginning of the campaign, is to wait for the computer to attack you first and take out his army, like in when you're defending a minor settlement or siege or something. So it will be easier to kill them in your own territories and only then go over to the offense, because to go on the offense with, like, when you have like for example one stack army and the computer have one stack army and the garrison, when you are attacking a castle or a minor settlement, it will be very hard to win this battle, especially when you have towers as well. The thing is that because I think that the best strategy is to first take down is offensive force and eliminate the remaining troops. That's why I chose to start talking about how you are going to defend well against the computer moves, and then I will explain how to go to the offensive afterwards. So first thing, I specifically chose the Wang Shou campaign, the Yellow Turbans one. This is because it's pretty hard to defend and pretty hard to play this campaign when you talk about the defensive, because initially when you start you don't have a lot of forces, everybody's coming at you. So yeah, so this and your territories, like for example I will take the farmland. This is the best example. You can see it's very close to the um to the border. This one as well. No, this one? No. Which one I want? Yeah, there was a time that I defended that territory as well. You can see it's also very close to the border. So I want to talk about two kinds of settlements. I want to talk about settlements that are close to the border and settlements that are far from the border, like this one. When you have a settlement that is close to the border, the computer can send an army and just attack you right away. So in this kind of settlement, you need a garrison, like, to be there permanently, because you cannot wait and see when the army is coming and then prepared accordingly. In this kind of settlement, you can leave an army like in the proximity of it, and if someone will come to attack you from this border or that border, you will have enough time to send an army here. Where is it? No, here. Talking about this story. So, for example, like when you can see this army here, you can see it before it comes. But if you will look at this settlement, there might be an army, a full stack army coming from here, and you will not be able to notice it. So now I want to go over to how to defend. First, this is the Yellow Turbans, so the garrison is much smaller. So what I'm saying it's a bit different when you are playing the other factions and not the Yellow Turbans ones. In the Yellow Turbans, you have only one full unit, one full not unit, routine garrisoning it, and in the other factions you have two. Second thing I want to talk about is the farmlands. That in the farmlands you have to upgrade it at least to level 4 until you will have some powers, which are very crucial to the defense of the settlement. Even though when they use flaming arrows, it becomes a bit more difficult, especially in the Yellow Turbans ones, because you don't have crossbowmen, which are the best for counteracting the archers that are burning down your towers. So anyway, because you have only one garrison here in the Yellow Turbans, so I'm keeping two more routines. So we have 3 routines, like one full stack army here, because usually the computer sends in this stage of the campaign, it sends like two full stack armies at once, and one stack army is enough to defend when you have towers, usually against 2 full stack armies. As you can see here, for example, it gets like this is almost full, but this one is full. Usually it sends like one full army and one half, or like 1.5 or 2 stack armies at the same time. So it's best to leave one full stack army in the middle of the campaign anyway, and afterwards. When you start the campaign, the computer will usually send only one full stack army, so 2 routines should be enough to defend against it. Yeah, so when you consider like this territory, for example, because you have time to react, you can keep the same laws, like the amount of routines you need in order to protect it, in just in the vicinity, and you don't have to actually put it inside the garrison because, as I said, you have time to react. Another thing that I want to talk about is what we should look for when the armies that are attacking us is coming toward us. And I want to the main thing, the most important thing that I want to mention is that ability, which gives them fire arrows. So look for the archer guy, archer symbol. When you look at the abilities, as you can see, they don't have fire arrows. So this will change our tactics later on when we are going to play the fight itself. It's a shame that I picked up on it in a very late time of the campaigns and I didn't realize it before, but now that I'm explaining it, I'm giving you the full information so it will be easier for you to handle. So what I wanted to say that after you defend the settlement, you should. Now another thing, one last thing that I wanted to mention about defending the settlement, you can choose the ambush stance. For example, you can see that those two armies are marching probably toward the mine. If not, then the castle have like enough garrison, and the walls should hold them for like one turn or two. Even though they have trebuchet, so maybe not. But I think the risk here is not as big as here. So when I will, I can also place him here. Okay. So anyway, I want to talk about laying an ambush, and I believe that they are going to the salt mine. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring my character over here, and I'm going to ambush them. Oish! Damn it! No, okay, a bit of a mistake. let's take another army, so I will explain what I mean. When you are ambushing, you need at least 25 movement range, and I spent all of them here, so it was not wise. So as you can see here the amount of percentage army action points you have left. So you need 25 in order to make an ambush. So let's go here, for example. As you can see, I picked the road, and then I'm going to lay an ambush here. But with this force, it's not that efficient. I wanted to do that with that force, or maybe, I don't know. I need a full stack army in order to do it. So yeah, let's say this one is, for example, is ambushing, and also that one. So it's like two full stack armies are ambushing from both sides. So if you will choose to take either route, he is going to die. Yeah, for example, if you will take what happened here is I killed all of their armies, and then I pushed onto the offensive, and then I took all the settlements, and you can see now I have 3 armies, like 2 and 2/3 of full stack armies, going after his city. Yeah, so what I want to go back to what I was talking about. So you have the both options, or to defend against in the settlements, or to lay an ambush in the routes, like all the routes. You can see there is all kinds of routes. So usually they are going to pick that route. Or in here you can see that they were going towards here. So I placed him here, but I shouldn't because I forgot that I didn't have an ambush point. So probably it's better to send him to the salt mine. But anyway, what I wanted to say is that the best way to start an assault with the computer armies is take them out or in ambush or in defense, or when you defend again in siege or in a mountain settlement. Yeah, well, another thing that I want to explain, last thing I want to explain about that is that the computer is looking for battles that according to his calculation he can win. So you will have to understand that the computer is not taking into enough consideration the amount of protection your minor settlements and your castles brings you. Like it doesn't take into consideration, not enough anyway, the fact that you have the towers that are killing a lot of units. Usually if you take like a unit and you're gonna send it directly to the defense tower, it will not survive. It will not be able to take that defense tower. So the computer is not taking it into consideration enough. So usually it will make more mistakes when he's attacking minor settlements and castles. And yeah, so after you did the ambush or you defended the settlement and you crushed your opponent's armies, you need to take them out. What will remain of them after they will run away, and then you will need to push the offensive, like I did over here. In here, I killed a bunch of their armies. One of them was like in a here in a big set in a minor settlement. Like there was kind of going after my like a big army, a full stack army that was stationed here. They used like two stacked armies and they lost them. And then I pushed forward and took all of their territories, and now only this one is left. Very, 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 very important thing. When you are in the middle of the campaign anyway, in the beginning it's not that important, but in the middle of the campaign, when you are going into an uncharted territory like this one or that one, and you don't know what is going on afterwards, you don't know what armies they have afterwards stationed here and here. So never ever bring one full stack army, okay? You have one exception. If you killed like a lot of their forces and you believe they don't have any more left, then you can do that. But or you can just grab the territory in one turn and then like station like in here not in here, but if that territory, if we had the castle, so we have like an army stationed over here and we can take down that settlement in one turn, then okay, then you can make a move with one stack army. But usually when you're going into uncharted territory, bring at least 2 full stack armies, because you don't know what is lying ahead. I wanted to show you an example of what of the remaining force they have here after they lost a battle. As you can see here, I should usually like try to take them out, but I have another force over here, and it will be hard to win this battle because this one is also not full. Yeah, so you defense, you ambush, and then you kill the remaining forces, and then you march forward, preferably with 2 stack armies. If you have one and you killed all of them forces, it's okay, but it's not the best, especially when confronting an empire. If the offensive move you made is not after you defended, it's just like when you broke like a treaty, you know, somebody was in peace treaty with you and you are going to surprise him or anything, then send 2 full stack armies. That should do the trick. What else? Yeah, okay, sieging a settlement, also very important. When you are sieging a settlement, you need to take into consideration, like for example, let's see if we can get here. Yeah, we can. When you are sieging a settlement, then it is very important that you choose the right tools. I personally feel that it is more important to use the tunneling one in order to take out the castle, because it breaks the wall and it does a huge hole in the wall. So it will be very hard for them to defend if you are going to take out the city. Sometimes you can just wait, like here for example, you can just wait 6 turns. I don't want to go over too much over the sieges because I want to explain it in a different episode. It just kind of connected to the campaign map tactics. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it and subscribe. Bye bye.